What's goody? It's your boy, and I'm back with another banging video. Today I got
Akila Mac.
Yo, y'all make sure y'all following her channel, man. I'm gonna drop the link
subscribe
down in the description, man. And if I don't remember, make sure y'all remind me in the comments. I'll be forgetting because after I edit it, I be like, the process is long, so sometimes I'll be forgetting. Today we got the best Larry Bird revenge story ever told. So, with that being said, we've been giving y'all hella Bird videos, and y'all been showing hella love. So, I'm coming back with another one, trying to be very consistent for y'all. But do me a big favor. Like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet. You feel me? If you're new to the content. If you're not new to the content, just like the video. By liking the video, the way the YouTube algorithm works, YouTube gonna show the video to more people. So, you're directly helping me to grow. I'd appreciate that. And I'm gonna know y'all gonna want me to... And that's how I'm gonna know y'all gonna want me to come back with more Larry Bird videos, man. Kind of slurred my words today, huh, y'all? My fault.
They always want Larry, though.
Yeah, they love them Larry. Even on the other videos, they be asking for the Larry videos in the comments. So that's why I'm coming back with hella Larry videos for y'all. But I'm not gonna hold y'all any longer. Let's just go ahead and jump into it. Let's get it.
Charles Barkley had a handwritten letter delivered to Bill Laimbeer before playing a game against him, and it said, "Dear Bill, f*** you. Sincerely, Charles
I was about to
Barkley."
ask, was that fake
And as
or
one
real?
might expect, they got into a fist fight that game.
Ooh.
Whoa!
So they was like that.
And when Robert Parrish, who got into a fight with Laimbeer 3 years in a row, was questioned about Bill Laimbeer, he said, "I was always taught, if you can't say something nice about someone, then don't say anything at all. So I'm saying nothing at all." But nobody hated Bill Laimbeer more than Larry Bird.
I never really ever liked Laimbeer in any social situation.
No.
Yeah.
And it's because he was a dirty player. The 80s, when I played, there was a lot of cheap shots. If you go back and watch the Pistons playing against Chicago, I mean, Michael and Scotty were getting pounded. And a lot of it happened after the whistle. Like you're going in and you get fouled and the guy goes ahead and tries to, that's a free foul.
Oh, he slapped him in the face.
He'd hit you and all that, but he'd hit you, you know you're going to get hit.
Yeah.
But he didn't try to maim you.
Wow.
Right.
Bill tried to hurt you.
Got it back.
Yo, that's bad sportsmanship.
Walked with it, then committed a foul, knocked Bird to the floor.
Dang, come on
very
now.
Unhappy about it.
This is bad basketball.
Caught Bird in the jaw.
Yeah.
And Larry's a little upset.
And he was one of them guys. You shoot a jumper, he tries to slide his foot underneath your ankle.
Oh,
so you twist
man.
your ankle. And that's why Parrish
Did he
always
really used to do that?
If you watch any of our old games, Parrish was always twisting his ankle against the Pistons. So one time I shot a jumper and Laimbeer did it to me, and I stepped on his foot, but I stepped on a high and twist my ankle. I don't know, a quarter or two later, he was shooting that jumper. I slid mine on there. That's the last time he ever did it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo,
And when Bill
not gonna
Laimbeer
do
was
it again.
called the NBA's dirtiest player by Michael Jordan,
Laimbeer and Jordan. Yes, indeed. There are punches thrown.
he responded in a way that really showed his true colors.
Michael Jordan may be a very good, outstanding
He was
basketball
really a
player,
dirty
but as
player.
a individual, down-to-earth, heart person, he has. I mean, who is he? Who cares about him? All he does is play basketball. In the world, he's this big.
Yeah, I can see why.
It sound like a
nobody liked
hater.
him. And during the 1986 season, when the All-Star team had just been announced, Bird asked a group of reporters if Laimbeer, who had been an All-Star the last 3 years with the Pistons, had made the team again. And when he heard Laimbeer was not selected, Larry Bird said, "Good. Now I won't have to worry about him getting on the bus and saying, 'Hi, Larry,' and me having to say, 'F you, Bill.'" But that year, they would still see each other
Clean the game
in the
dirty.
playoffs.
I was
He
always
did
the one
not
that came
like
out
him.
first. There's always a leprechaun out on the floor. I go out and spit right on the leprechaun, rub my foot in it, and then go down and make a big dunk. Away we went.
The tension was obviously high, and in one game, Robert Parrish said, "I feel like Laimbeer took some cheap shots at me.
Oh.
I guarantee something will break out if they let it go next time." And though nothing happened the rest of that series, the very next year they met again in the Eastern Conference Finals, And in game,
let me get a quick pause in. You see, that's the thing. Lambeer was most definitely a dirty player, and they let it go way too far. And I know y'all say that's like part of the grit and grind of that tough old school era, but I feel like letting that many big fouls go is causing more fights. Like it's causing even more disruption in the game. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's a big reason why they changed the game a lot. Even though I like that play more so for myself, that aggressive play, whenever somebody gonna swing on somebody. And the way Lambeer playing, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a couple of fights every, like not even a couple, it's gonna be multiple fights every year, because people not just gonna continue to take these fouls, and the refs not protecting them
at all. You don't see
they gonna take it into their own hands. Dude, he was the dirtiest of the dirties, and I seen y'all talking about it in a lot of comments, but this is the first video that actually took a deep dive into Bill Lambeer for real, so I didn't know how dirty he really was, but now they telling us like he like different. Let's jump back into it.
Before it got crazy.
Open people. See Sting. And 24 seconds. Clock goes down. And Lambeer go at it.
See, that's too much. That's too much.
And Bill Lambeer have both been ejected from the game. Now there's Bird throwing the ball at Lambeer, and Rodman coming over.
Bird said, Lambeer was backing away from me, didn't want any part of me. I wish they would have cleared the court for about 15 minutes and just let us go at each other. And Bill Lambeer, in classic Bill Lambeer fashion, he said, I didn't do a thing. I tried to grab hold of him to break his fall, and Larry came up swinging.
The cap!
I was victimized.
The cap is real.
And Larry Bird responded, sure, he wasn't trying to hurt me. And I was trying to throw the ball at the referee. Bill's face just got in the way.
When you play the same team 4, 5, 6, 7 times right in a row within the space of about 2 weeks, it's got to be bad temper. Our ball club, I always feel, were retaliators, not instigators. And I think the other team, like Detroit, they are the instigators.
And in that next game,
Detroit,
Bill Lambeer tried to come out and shake Larry Bird's hand. Larry looked at Bill and said, go f*** yourself. I always have respect for my opponents, Larry said. But in my instance, I think Lambeer was trying to hurt me. So in Game 5, the Celtics got their revenge.
I was at the game, and the crowd just had so much hatred for Lambeer for that game. I've never been in any sort of a sporting event where the crowd hated a player that much. And I still am convinced to this day that the crowd convinced Parrish to punch him in the second quarter.
Oh, no question.
Very gingerly tried to shoot
he
that
punched
shot.
him?
Nice play by Darren Day. It doesn't fall. The tip by Parrish. He can't get it to fall. And Parrish takes
it happened so fast.
To the ground with a right
Steve.
arm. Well, they had said it was only a matter of time till somebody
Look, the fans like that. Look at him.
He had it coming.
He deserved it.
He had it coming.
Because you watch the replay and it was like barely he did anything.
It could have happened 2 plays before.
The cameras just got the part where Robert got mad, see? But nobody saw Lambeer's elbow that hit him in the neck.
Look,
right
you can see intentionally through that elbow.
All he did was react because people are sick and tired of this guy with the baby face, putting his hands up all the time. Who, me? Meanwhile, he'll sucker punch you
like
and do anything in the game.
What foul?
So as I said once before, it couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Yeah, I was kind of looking over my shoulder, Max. I thought I don't get sucker punches, to be honest.
Man.
You know, in the heat of the battle, you know, we exchanged a few unpleasantries, then a few elbows that passed between us, and then I just lost throwing punches. So I couldn't believe I lost my composure like that. That was the first time ever.
This play epitomized 80s basketball because not only did this flurry of punches result in no ejections and no technicals, but they didn't even call a foul.
What?
They just kept playing. Larry Bird called it a good deed. But sometimes, in the words of the great Frank Sinatra, the best revenge...
A good deed. Yo, they literally threw punches. multiple people was like scrapping and tussling in the play, and not only they didn't even call a foul. Nobody got ejected. Not bro.
At all.
That's old. That's that grown man basketball. That old school grown man basketball y'all be talking about right now. But no, bro, y'all gotta understand. Like I feel it's two different games. Now I completely feel like it's a separate game, because this game right here is a separate game from the new game, and I can explain perfectly, and some people gonna understand. The new game today, none of that would be able to happen, and that's where the flagrants and all those extra fouls come in. But at the same time, for the older fan, it's aggravating. But for the newer people, they used to the game flow continuously going. And those fights, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, is stopping the game flow. Like, it's stopping the game. Y'all got to have a whole fight. Y'all got to break it all up. Then everybody got to calm down and jump back into the game. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I feel like these is two totally different games. Not one foul call. Bro, you know how many people would have been ejected and then not playing next game for a couple of games after a tussle like that in the new NBA? Yo, that's different. Them boys say not one foul was called. Charity. Let's jump back into it, bro.
His massive success. Because later on that game, Larry Bird made the greatest play of his entire career.
We knew we had to win that game. Both teams knew that whoever won Game 5 was probably going to win the series. Casey had to play the starters almost the whole game. And so our guys were just completely worn out.
There's Bird off the screen from the corner. Basket by Larry Bird.
That boy Bird don't stop.
Detroit by 3 with 1:13, and Bird has 36.
The Celtics had been to the finals in 84, 85, 86, and now it's 87. We're all beat up. The guys that are playing are hurt. So, you know, it was just guts. It was just a guts and pride.
3:41 to go in the game. Detroit leading by 2. And that man is playing on nothing but heart. He went out with an ankle injury that would keep most people out of the game, came back in, and now he's twisted it again.
God dang.
Now, the Boston moment, that was a heartbreaking moment. What was heartbreaking about that moment
that's a different type of
I
grit.
had made the game-winning shot.
Everybody wants to beat the Pistons. Right now, Boston is first in line in that desire. They lead by 1, 27 seconds to go.
But I was on Isaiah Thomas, and he went one-on-one against me at the top of the floor. I thought I played pretty good defense, and Isaiah didn't get in the paint, and he took a jump shot, a contested jump shot, and it went in.
Out on the top of the floor against Seaston.
16 seconds. Seaston right in his face.
It was contested. Ooh.
We go to the timeout.
That was a good shot.
We know Bird's going to get it either on the left side or the right side. And
it don't matter if you know.
We got the play figured out. We sent him left. About 5 of us come over there to try to block the shot.
There's Bird with the ball against Mahorn.
He'll take it to the hoop. You can bet. He's going to try to draw a foul.
It's
Bird.
Yep.
And Seasting hit it off of a Detroit player. No.
Ball goes out of bounds, and I'll never forget, everything just started, it went in slow motion. So I run over, we look at the bench, no timeout, nothing. So I run over and I grab the ball.
Detroit should have called a timeout, Brian, because they had a timeout left. They could advance the ball down to the other end of the floor. There's a shot somewhere. There's a photo that I saw that Chuck Daly is standing by their bench.
That should have been a timeout.
With his hands up, calling timeout. Isaiah, I remember to this day, he's standing there like this to the referee. Give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball.
So I grabbed the ball from the referee. Lambier's good foul shooter. I never had taken the ball out. That wasn't my thing, right? I throw it up. Bird sneaks in.
Rushing.
I didn't even see him.
Bird come in and save the day.
Right when he was inbounding the pass. And when you look at it from a couple different film angles, I mean, he threw it right to him on the move. And I had my back to where he was stealing the ball. So when I turned around, I was probably more shocked than anybody in the whole stadium that Bird had the ball.
He didn't know what was going on.
And this is probably one of the most incredible plays that's ever happened against me and that probably I've ever witnessed. From an athletic standpoint, 2 people being in sync and just Bird just playing every second. And that's what the Celtics taught us.
Perfect timing.
To play every second, not to play 47 and a half minutes, but to play a full 48.
And he had a smirk on it. He knew the game was over, and he almost had a smile on his face when they gave him the ball, and he did not see Bird at all.
But the thing I remember the most is that Joker This is the out of bounds line. That joker caught the ball, and in my mind, I'm like, okay, he going out of bounds. That dude did this, like a ballerina, right? And if you go back and you watch the play, that dude is on his toes. The baseline is right up under his toes. And in my mind, he must have stood there for about 5 seconds because everything was going in slow motion in my mind.
He really
right?
tiptoed that sideline, real life.
Damn, how you doing that? And then DJ, out of nowhere, right? They are so in tune, they are so in sync. He catches the, Bird hits him, he catches the basketball, lay it up.
It was a perfect timing, like he cut in perfect.
I'm walking to the huddle, and as I come back out of the huddle, right, we try to take the ball out of bounds or whatever. Larry walks by and he goes,
What?
Winks at me. I'm like, oh.
The Celtics won that series in 7 games. When Bill Laimbeer tried to shake Larry Bird's hand again, Larry just ignored it and walked straight through it. Larry Bird said, I don't like Bill Laimbeer. Why should I shake his hand? Even Isaiah Thomas, who was Bill Laimbeer's teammate for 11 years on the Bad Boy Pistons, had this to say about him. To tell you the truth, if I didn't know Bill, I wouldn't like him either. And when the Celtics retired Larry Bird's jersey in 1993, that hatred was still there.
This seems like a perfect night. I mean, except for the fact that Bill Laimbeer couldn't be here.
Whoa. Really?
What would you tell him if he was?
We would probably hang him up with my my number.
He don't like Bill, bro.
Because back in the day, the animosity was not for show. When they hated each other,
not for show
they
at all.
really hated each other. And it didn't stop when they retired. They were enemies for life.
I hate Larry Bird, but I respect the hell out of that man.
I respect Isaiah Thomas's talent. No matter how much I hate him, I respect his game.
But Bill Laimbeer's hate was on another level because he didn't respect anybody, not even his own teammates. In his last Detroit Pistons practice before he retired, Laimbeer elbowed the star player Isaiah Thomas and broke his rib. And when Isaiah Thomas got angry, Laimbeer elbowed him again. Bill Laimbeer once said, I don't fight, I agitate, then walk away. But this time, Isaiah Thomas didn't let him walk away.
He ain't from the hood.
Because in retaliation, Isaiah Thomas punched Bill Laimbeer in the head, breaking his own hand, resulting in Isaiah being sidelined for 8 weeks. Like I said, I can see why nobody liked him.
I don't give an inch at all on the court. I don't give anybody any respect. I think that's the major problem with a lot of other players is I don't respect their game. If they happen to get in the way, well, that's not my fault. That's their fault.
Maybe they don't respect your game. Never thought that?
I make no apologies for my game.
Bird tried to knock him out.
Whatever the general public thinks about my style of play, I really could care less.
Oh, he is naive and reckless.
You
He
left the
does
bad
not
blood
care.
on the court for the most part, but not with Laimbeer. You
never
really ever liked Laimbeer in any social situation.
No.
Yeah.
And it's because he was a dirty player.
Larry Bird's sitting next to you right now. Would you talk to him? Would you have a conversation with him? What would you say?
I'd probably go to a different table.
Damn. That's how they end the video. Honestly, every enemy that I see Bill had was all his fault. He was literally... There's aggressive play, and sometimes overly aggressive people get a lot of fouls. I understand. But he was dirty. He was intentionally sliding people. Like, he literally... You could see him cocking back, punching people in a couple of the pictures. Like, nah, man, I don't appreciate the way he plays.
So he's still alive now? Like,
yeah, I'm pretty sure Bill Laimbeer is still alive.
I wonder what people think of him now.
I mean, that was their opinions right there.
Okay.
That was Larry Bird and all the people he played with talking about him. The video we just watched is how they feel about him. Like, so you don't have to wonder. That was it. You know what I'm saying? So getting what I got off of the video, they don't like him. Even after all that, you know what I'm saying, they still don't like him. And you know, there's a certain thing like Jordan said about Isaiah Thomas. I hate him, but I still respect his game. I feel like they just hate Bill. They didn't even respect his game like that. Cause ain't nobody, not one person in this video, or even the person that made the video, spoke on any type of Bill's talent. Not to say he wasn't talented. Everything we're hearing about him is the fact that he was like overly aggressive, fouling people, doing too much. You know what I'm saying?
He gave like he didn't want to be like friends with anyone.
No, he
like,
didn't. Not even teammates.
This is just about the game.
Yeah, you know, that intensity is good in some points, but like it's just he made a lot of enemies,
and it made him snobby. That's just
he had a snobbish like attitude at the end. Also, like it's just I don't feel like he could resonate with nobody, but he made a lot of enemies. And at the end of the day, it wasn't even about his legacy. His legacy is that he was a dirty player. It's not even about his talent at the end of the day. His stats and stuff, I don't know nothing about that. And you don't really get nothing about that when you hear about him. This is what you hear about. But when you make them type of plays, and when you that's the type of stuff you do, that's the type of legacy you leave. And that's what we know him for at this point. Maybe he was kind of good. Maybe he did hoop out. But that he was doing more of that. And that's what he's known for now. Yep. But there's them type of players in history. Like I was saying though, the old school game is a totally different type of game. I'm separating it. It's totally separate, bro. It's like night and day how different the two games are. And watching it more and more, you know, it like they didn't call one foul within that skirmish, bro. Like people was in chokeholds. The whole team stopped. People was running off the bench. Stopped one foul. That is insane. Yeah, it was a grown man game. That's what they say in the comments. It's a real grown man game, and I do think that's the truth. But I appreciate this one, man, because out of all the videos, there was a couple of videos where they brought up Bill Laimbeer, and I was talking about it, and y'all was like, bro, you don't even know the story. And this was one deep dive into the story.
This was a good one.
Yeah, it let me know a lot more about how dirty he really was. So if he was that dirty, I don't even want to know about the rest of the bad boy Pistons. One question though, was he the dirtiest bad boy Piston? Because if anybody was dirtier than him, then that's crazy. But I appreciate you guys for watching, man. Make sure you liking and subscribing to the video. If you new, make sure you join the fam. Hit that like, subscribe button, post notification bell. It's all free. You just helping the channel to grow. You feel me? This was another great bird video. Yep. Also, make sure y'all subscribing to her channel.
Akila Mac.
You feel me? I'm gonna drop it down in the description. Please, but hear me out. Like the video. Don't forget, because a lot of people just watch the video and forget. YouTube, the way my algorithm says, 70% of the people that watch the videos don't subscribe. So please, let's get that number up. Everybody hit that subscribe button. It's free. You just helping me to grow, you know, you feel me? And by you liking the video, YouTube shows the video to more people. That's the way the YouTube algorithm works. And you're just directly helping me to grow. So I appreciate you. I hope you know what it is, and we got you.